Hello guys, it is time for our little mini choir practice. We're learning a new piece that I hope that we can sing during priest communion. We have here. This is our tenor, Snow Pea, and then the other two are going to leave me alone for the most part. So if you hear some meowing, I hope you enjoy it. I cannot promise it will be in tune. So the first piece that I have here, it's prayer before communion, the prayer of St. John of Damascus. It is composed by V. Kovaldze. It's a little schmaltzy. I have a recording of this by St. Catherine's with bass, alto, and soprano. So I'd like you to review that. I'm going to include the link to that specific file underneath the video. So like if you go down here, there's a little like arrow that drops down and gives you information about the video. I'm going to have it listed there so that you can just be like, oh, what is she talking about? I'm going to pause this video, go click on this file, listen to it. You could potentially mute your YouTube video and follow along with the music, or not. But I could probably put the audio into the video. Let's see if I can do that. Either way, I do want you to learn this piece. It's very fitting for the time where we would be singing. So I'm gonna give you the pitches from my phone app, and then we'll go from there. Do, 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 do. I stand before the doors of thy temple, and I do not forsake my wicked thoughts. And then here we would pause. Getting this to be the right size for you is going to be a little tricky. Oh, look at that. It fits all on one page. We'll try that one more time. The page turn is going to be tricky, so I'm going to minimize either way. All right, so let's go ahead and start again. Da, 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 da. For those of you who are wanting to help out with choir directing, as you're able, so the things that I'm thinking about as a choir director is, I see that our starting note is a D, but if I look at the key signature, there's one flat. That's the B flat. The most recent like accidental in the key signature is the name of the key. So this is in B. I think this is called D minor because it's the key of B flat, and so it's like a third down, and that's a whole lot of music theory that I couldn't actually explain to you. So I'm pitching us with a minor chord. I know the way that I usually pitch would be like, no, this would be, yeah, I think this is D minor. So you could potentially get a D and just go, like if you somehow got this D, da, and then just go up the da, 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 that Lenten pitching, arpeggio, it's minor. Da, da is a minor third, da, 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 that's a major third, da, da, that's a minor third, da, da. But I usually pitch you from this F, da, because it's just easier to find with the pitching fork, the tuning fork. I also give us this pitch for certain Trubic hymns that start off da 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 da, or the Theotokian da 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 da. So it has that minor feel, kind of penitential, which is appropriate for this hymn since it's a preparation for communion prayer. So back to this. Da da da. I stand before the door of thy temple, and I do not forsake my wicked thoughts, but, O Christ, my God, as thou didst justify the publican, and have mercy on the woman of Canaan, and hast opened to the thief the gate of paradise. Open to me the interior depths of thy love for mankind. By the prayers of, I'm going to pause right there and make sure that you guys can see this pretty clearly. So starting at by the prayers where we're in unison. Da da. Da da. By the prayers of her who gave birth to thee without human seed, and of the heavenly angelic powers, for thou art blessed unto ages of ages. Amen. So when we are doing this piece, we have two pretty big sections where we are in unison, and when we are in unison, our vowels need to match. We talked about this at choir practice. We're not going to sing I, we're going to sing aw, we're going to sing aw. If it's I, we'll sing aw. Just as you're about to go into the next note, you can flip in that I as a vowel sound is aw, together. So if you say I, together, blended is I. So as we sing that, I stand, you didn't hear the until right before I went to the F on stand, right? So I stand, and for stand, I'm having you guys say ond, like and is on, stand is stond. Just because everybody's is a little bit different in how far back or wherever you are in your mouth to pronounce that. We all speak differently. It's not going to be consistent, so we're going to try to have a goal note, and our brains will fill it in. I stand, like, you know that I'm singing stand, even though I'm saying stond. So, with the vowels there, I stand before the doors of thy thy temple, and I do not do a very not ooh with your lips, but ooh, you're gonna make it kind of back here in your throat. And I do not forsake, A-I, not A-I, but the vowel sound A is I. I is A, A is I. So like EH, like empty, with a short like igloo. So the beginning of empty and the beginning of igloo makes the A sound. And I do not forsake. So we're gonna sing on egg, my way. And when we get to wicked, we could sing wicked. So we're gonna think about making it a little bit more relaxed, trending toward eh. My wicked thoughts. So just try to think about those. The more you think about it, the more it will come naturally when we're practicing that. Okay, so and I'm turning up my mic a little bit so that you guys have good audio there. So you might want to turn down your audio now if it's already loud. All right, so as far as parts go, we're all together that first part. I'm going to break down, but O Christ, my God, thou didst justify the publican and have mercy on the woman of Canaan. Just that phrase. I'm going to sing each part. Do, 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 do. Alto, you're going to be here. Soprano's up here, but alto's here. And I'm going to direct it because I want you to kind of associate this pacing with where you're moving. I'm directing in quarter time, which means a quarter note, the black dot with the line. Stop that, guys. Okay, the black dot with the line, which you see, I wonder if my mouse shows up here. Quarter note, so if you go to like the on but O Christ, my God, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th note on the treble clef of that third stanza, the third note of Christ, that's a quarter note for everybody except for the tenors. All right, so back to learning your parts. Dun, dun, altos, but O Christ. I'm going to start that again. Da, da, but O Christ, my God, as thou didst justify the publican, and have mercy on the woman of Canaan. All right, so that's the alto part. Basses, I'm going to try to sing your part. I'm going to plunk it out on my little keyboard here. Oops. I'm going to start again at But O Christ. So when I pitch da 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 da, you're gonna start here. But O Christ, my God, as thou didst justify the publican, and have mercy on the one. Your part's tricky. So I'm gonna play it one more time. Da da, but O Christ, but O Christ, my God, as thou didst justify the publican, and have mercy on the woman of Canaan. Feel free to plunk it out and learn that part. But there's the bass part. The tenors, Do, 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 do. I'm gonna sing it up here because you'll be in your head voice tenors. But O Christ, my God, as thou didst justify the publican, and have mercy on the woman of Canaan. So let's do just, but O Christ, my God, as thou didst justify the publican, and have mercy on the woman of Canaan. We'll do it as a choir, so everybody sing your part. I will sing soprano, and you do your best to follow along. The alto is actually the melody here, but you're probably going to be tuning into me as your soprano voice. Da 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 da, alto, bass, soprano, tenor. Da 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 da, but O Christ, my God, as thou didst justify the publican, and have mercy on the woman of Canaan. When you're practicing, try to breathe in a different place than I'm breathing. If you notice that I take a breath in one place, see if you can kind of plan ahead. Oh, I could take a quick breath here so that I'm not breathing at the same time as one of my fellow soprano, bass, whatever. We are going to go on to the second page. We wouldn't necessarily start at this point. Like, I'm not going to repitch you here, but page turns are a little tricky in this program. So, da 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 da. The soprano part is da, and hast opened to the thief the gate of paradise. Open to me the interior depths of thy love for mankind. All right, so I'm going to break that down. I'm going to sing the alto part next. Da da da, alto, da, soprano, alto, bass, da da. And hast opened to the thief the gate of paradise. Open to me the interior depths of thy love for mankind. All right, basses. You have a really fun part, which I've never sung before, so I'm going to plunk it out on my little keyboard here, and just do your best, okay? Da da da. Oops, I gotta fix my keyboard a little bit. Do we go above a B? Basses do not, okay. Da da da. Oops. Sorry, this is really tricky here. Da da da. But O Christ, oh, and hast opened to the thief the gate of paradise. Open to me the interior depths of thy love for mankind. And when you're making that jump basses from da, da, those octave jumps, I don't want it to be man. I don't want it to just be like a sudden shock. It should be legato and smooth and have a similar quality of the note. So mankind. So keep it the same volume that you have your A. I'm going to go over that one more time for the basses. And I'm going to periodically give myself the note to check in where I am, but I'm going to try to sing your part without my hands, unfortunately. Da da da. And hast opened to the thief the gate of paradise. Open to me the interior depths of thy love for mankind. It's a little more that I would want on that A, but it's a little more connected than mankind, because we're not, it's not like a proclamation, it's a prayer. In the depths of thy love for mankind, that's not what we're singing. Depths of thy love for mankind. It's a gentle word. So, tenors. Da, 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 da. I'm going to sing it down because I don't really want to be up there. And hast opened to the thief the gate of paradise. Open to me the open to me the interior depths of thy love for mankind. All right. Feel free to pause, go back, learn your part with that. I'm going to sing the soprano part here and have you guys sing with me. Da da da. Soprano, alto, tenor, bass, da da da. And hast opened to the thief the gate of paradise. Open to me the interior depths of thy love for mankind. One thing to note too is when we sing that first opened, we need to make sure that so I'm directing on the quarter, so it's going to be o o o o o o o o opened is going to be the pacing on that. I keep sometimes a little bit more legato, but you can kind of see where the half beat is, right? 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and you can kind of see where that falls. So I'm going to follow my hand. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 3, 4. So just think about what my hand's actually doing when they're singing it to keep pace. Otherwise, if the basses are sluggish and they're not following this pace, then we're going to be at penned before the basses are, and it's not going to sound good. And we shouldn't necessarily be waiting for an extra part to catch up. We should be all going at the same pace, so it sounds like one piece. So I will sing the soprano part. Actually, no, I just sang the soprano part. Let's move on to the unison part. By the prayers of her who gave birth. And I'm going to try to flip us to the next page as we're going along. So third stasis, I think is what it's called, middle of that third stasis, by the prayers of her who gave birth to thee without human seed. Da, da, by the prayers of her who gave birth to thee without human seed, and of the heavenly angelic powers. Let's just sing that one more time together. Do, do, do. By the, oh, you can't see that down there, can you? Basses. There. Da, da. By the prayers of her who gave birth to thee without human seed, and of the heavenly angelic powers. All right, we got that part down pretty well. I'm going to just sing the soprano part for Thou art blessed unto ages of ages, amen. Soprano, tenor, actually soprano, no one, soprano, alto, bass. For Thou art blessed unto ages of ages, amen. All right, now I will sing the alto part. Da 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 da. For Thou art blessed unto ages of ages, amen. Basses. I think, well, you basses and tenors, you guys kind of have a fun part here. Da, da, for Thou art blessed unto ages of ages, amen. I'm going to play that for you because I don't think that was right. So, for Thou, oops, for, for Thou art blessed unto, oops. So if we're going to unto, so we're going to go from blessed, said unto ages of ages, amen. I'm going to play the bass part one more time. Do 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 do. For Thou. Sorry, that one's really hard to do here. Da, da, for Thou art blessed unto I'm going to sing that once for you guys, and if I totally botch it, it's up to you. Plunk it out on your pianos. For Thou art blessed unto ages of ages, amen. Tenors. You get to sing that first part with the basses. For Thou art blessed unto ages of ages, amen. Alright, so I'm going to sing the soprano part for Thou art blessed unto ages of ages, amen. You sing your parts along with it. And, you know, pause and go back to your other ones if you're unsure about it. Da 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 da. Oh, so da 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 da. Soprano, melody, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. For end on there is actually a major key. So we start off in this and we end in this. So repentant and then Eucharist, right? I'm going to sing one time through this as soprano. Please feel free to follow along and then practice with the choir recording that I've included in the link below this YouTube video, okay? Oh, I'm going to direct with my left hand so that I can turn the pages as needed. I stand before the doors of thy temple, and I do not forsake my wicked thoughts, but O Christ, my God, as thou didst justify the publican, and have mercy on the woman of Canaan, and hast opened to the thief the gate of paradise. Open to me the interior depths of thy love for mankind. By the prayers of her who gave birth to thee without human seed, and of the heavenly angelic parts, for thou art blessed unto ages of ages. Amen. The only thing I would encourage you to practice doing, and do not as I did, but as I say, is if you need to take a breath, I'm just going to sing For Thou Art Blessed. If it's the end of a word, if you need to take a breath, just don't end the word early. So, da-da, for thou blessed unto ages, ages. Amen. It's like you mute yourself for that one moment that you need to take a good breath. So we don't want for thou art blessed. Just mute yourself for that. Give yourself one quarter note to just take a breath. Don't, just for thou art blessed unto ages, ages. Amen. So just think about that. That's kind of how you stagger your breathing. You just find some random place where you're like, if I take a good breath here, I can make it through the end of that phrase over there and keep the song in motion. So thank you for learning this piece. I will make another video at some point of a different piece for us to practice. I have a couple that would be just fun to learn. And definitely check out the recording of St. Catherine's below to practice and hear the whole thing together. Thank you.